Hello, Aquarius. How are you? I'm gonna pull 3 cards to look at the energies in July for you. And you get the Knight of Wands, the Lovers, and the Emperor. There's the Four of Cups as an overall energy. Some sort of frustration you're dealing with, or rejection. There's this sense of rejection. You might have to reject something. I feel like a situation urges you or seduces you even to jump into it impulsively, to follow some impulses, just follow the flow and go with the drum and so on. However, I feel like your sense of responsibility tells you not to do so. Or to go for something else instead, or take a different approach to it, maybe. Let's clarify. The Knight of Wands. It's clarified by the Mother of Pentacles. It could also be that... that's way too much. Sorry. It's way too much. Way too much cards. It could also be that it doesn't have to be that there's a specific reason for you to feel frustrated, but that something comes in that pulls you out of it, where you suddenly feel energized and want to go for whatever is presented to you, and then you realize there's a deeper meaning to it, or there's something to it which you further more want to give into it, and then it sort of catches you by surprise, and you wake up again to something that has fallen out of sight. That could also be the case of this situation. Okay, again, the Knight of Wands, clarified by the Mother of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Two of Wands. Okay, yeah, from the 4 to the 5, some disappointment taking place. Something that you wanted to give into, wanted to invest your energy, your love, your time, but then realize it's not exactly giving back. It's not really giving back. It's not really working out, maybe. And then having to decide again, finding yourself at a crossroads again, or returning to a point where you're facing a decision, or where you want to make a conscious decision, conscious choice, where you are remembered of the choice. Let's clarify the Lovers. Lovers is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Justice card, and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, okay. There's a realization. You wake up to some deception. through the consequences of them, you come back to clarity about the choice, the initial choice you were making, or you have been making. A kind of remembering, sort of. It doesn't have to be a big thing. It's just, I feel like it's just talking about the approach to a choice. It's not that choice is completely different, that this disappointment is like crushing you. That's not the case. Just talking about realizing that there are different options how to pursue this in a much more fulfilling way. The Emperor is clarified by some heaviness. The Nine of Swords, the Eight of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. Yeah, so realizing with an agreement, from a place of agreement, that there are better approaches to a situation or to a choice, which give you a better time. So it's this realization, okay, yeah, this is how I create frustration within the situation. This is how my yeah, it's coming back to this Knight of Wands energy. This following impulsivity is not the best approach. But coming from a more grounded place, and that there are different routes, and that there are things to consider that make it a better and more successful experience for you. It's for you. Because you're taking too much on your plate, which is not your responsibility. This is what the Ten of Wands is talking about. This is also a kind of self-limitation, that you take responsibility for things that are not in your hands, that are not in your control. So a false sense of loyalty might be behind it, a habit to take on tasks or aspects of situations, or to take too much on your plate. Or go too serious about things can also be the case. Mother of Wands is at the bottom. So yeah. Trust in your ability that you can sort things out, because it's something that cannot be sustained for much longer than short, because we already are at the Ten of Wands, and it's a high contrast. You go in and you're fascinated, you're excited, you're ready, you're open, you feel energized, and then bumps in the road. Where do they come from? It's here. It's here. Okay, you will come to that place where it's easing out, and then you'll see what that is exactly. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. Bye.